Going to Asia? Be sure to be familiar with these languages before leaving. Welcome to LanguagesUnlimited.com, a world of languages, unlimited understanding. Please subscribe to our channel and feel free to let us know how you feel about this topic in the comments section below. Traveling in Asia opens doors to different worlds. You'll witness diverse cultures, long histories, wonderful people, and rich traditions. But while English is widely spoken in many Asian countries, a vast majority of Asian people only speak their native tongues, plus some knowledge of second languages. Communication might still be a problem. What if you get lost? Or what if you can't make new friends because the locals don't understand you? That'll be difficult. Before you ride that plane, make sure you're familiar with the following languages. Chinese Mandarin. Chinese Mandarin is spoken in China, Hong Kong, Macau, Singapore, Taiwan. As you can see, learning Chinese Mandarin already lets you cover a lot of ground. And since China holds the record as the most populated country in the world, Chinese Mandarin is also the most spoken language in Asia. Apart from the population advantage, Mandarin also benefits the Chinese population as a growing superpower. In fact, it's already the second biggest economy in the world. It has a robust domestic economy, a dominant global trade presence, and a respected name in the entertainment industry. It also doesn't hurt that many people want to see some amazing tourist destinations in the country. Therefore, you're really only doing yourself a huge favor if you start learning Chinese Mandarin now. How difficult is the Chinese Mandarin language? Despite the apparent differences, the Chinese and English languages share many things in common. For one, they both have simple and straightforward grammar. As a result, Chinese Mandarin is relatively easier to learn for native English speakers than other Asian languages. Now, those Chinese characters may look 0% similar to the English alphabet, but once you get the hang of it, learning becomes much easier. Still, to learn Chinese Mandarin, you must put in a tremendous amount of time and effort to memorize thousands of characters. You will also probably find it challenging to master Chinese pronunciation and intonation. Malay. The Malay language is spoken in many countries including Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, East Timor, parts of Thailand, southern Philippines. It may not share the same level of popularity as Chinese Mandarin, but it's absolutely a useful language if you plan to travel across Asia. The Malay language has 77 million native speakers and 173 million people use it as their second language. How difficult is the Malay language? This language is quite easy to understand, which is another reason you should learn it. Although the term Malay serves as an umbrella term for various dialects, the standard grammar is a lot simpler than English and Mandarin. For example, the Malay language doesn't have any conjugations, plurals, gender, verb tenses. So there you go. The grammar's simpler, easier, and plainer than many languages. Plus, the modern Malay alphabet uses the Latin alphabet, which is the A to Z alphabet you're accustomed to. The learning process is a lot faster because you don't have to memorize a new set of symbols. Vietnamese. Vietnamese is spoken in Vietnam, Guangxi Province, southern China, Cambodia, Laos. And while this language doesn't share the widespread appeal of Mandarin or the diversity of Malay, it's still a very useful language you'd use in your Asian adventure. How difficult is the Vietnamese language? Just like the Malay language, Vietnamese is quite straightforward and a lot easier to learn than other Asian languages. So why not be familiar with it, right? The language also doesn't sport any gender identifiers or any plurals. Its verb tenses are super simple, and you can memorize them in an hour or less. Still not convinced? Here are some more reasons. There's no need to study a new alphabet, though you might want to learn about accent marks or diacritics. The spelling is consistent and unambiguous. There's no need to use a and the. There are no confusing verb endings. It's useful and easy to learn and understand. Who knows, mastering this language may even land you a new job or a side gig. How about some Vietnamese interpreter services? Thai. Thai is spoken in Thailand, Midway Islands, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, Cambodia, Myanmar, Canada, northern Malaysia. The Thai language also has a vast geographical footprint, which already makes it a valuable language to learn if you want to hop around the countries in Asia. Thai language translation services are also in high demand. That's not surprising as the Thai economy continues to grow and more businesses invest in it. Thailand also ranks high among tourists' favorite spots thanks to its delicious food, beautiful beaches, and artful temples. How difficult is the Thai language? Thai is a tonal language, which means it may be a bit more difficult than Malay or Vietnamese. It has 5 different tones, and learning these tones may take some time. However, the Thai structure is still much simpler than English. There's no confusing grammar rules, and the words are spelled exactly as they're written. You'll need to exert more effort to learn Thai, but the reward is worth it. You'll understand and immerse more deeply in the culture of one of the world's top tourist destinations. Korean. Korean is spoken mainly in North and South Korea, but it's also spoken in some parts of China, Japan, Russia, and even in the United States. Just like China and Thailand, South Korea's economy is growing fast, and the country's influence is becoming significant on the world stage. And of course, there's the Korean pop culture sensation that's dominating the world. You've probably heard of those Korean boy bands and girl groups promoting Korean music. TV shows? Korea has excellent pieces of those. Movies? Parasite by Bong Joon-ho just won Best Picture. You can enjoy them better if you understand Korean. How difficult is the Korean language? The Korean language, however, has a reputation for being difficult to learn for English speakers. For one, the word order can be quite confusing. In the Korean language, some verbs come at the end, while participles take the place of prepositions. Pronunciation is also a tough job, so you might need to get used to the language first before you totally understand how Korean pronunciations work. You might also get confused with the honorifics. Remember that popular Korean word, oppa? That's just one example, and many of us don't even know how to properly use that, except for referring to handsome men. Still, as Koreans start to integrate English with their day-to-day language, we're seeing the rise of Konglish, or the combination of Korean and English, which could help you learn a little bit faster. Japanese. The Japanese language is used by around 120 million people in Japan. It's also spoken in China and Korea as a second language. If you're traveling in Asia, Japan is almost surely on your list of destinations, so having some familiarity with the Japanese language can be very handy. For one, Japanese is a gateway language, or a language that helps you learn many other languages. Generally, learning Japanese also lets you pick up some Mandarin and Korean. If you're in Japan for business, the Japanese language becomes a necessity. Japan is among the largest economies in the world. This means there's a lot of career opportunities waiting for you if you learn Japanese. How difficult is the Japanese language? Keep in mind that the Japanese language is also notorious for being a frighteningly difficult language to learn for English speakers. For one, its grammar is vastly different from English. Then there's the fact that Japanese people have not one, not two, but 4 methods of writing. But that doesn't mean it's impossible to learn, or even as difficult as its reputation suggests. In fact, if you think about it, we already know quite a handful of Japanese terms due to globalization and the worldwide appeal of the Japanese culture. Here are some examples: emoji, kawaii, tofu, sushi, karate, tycoon, tsunami, futon, ninja, senpai, sayonara. We can thank the ever-popular anime, manga, comics, and video games, as well as those freakishly good Japanese movies for the widespread popularity of the words. With the increasing correctness of the world's cultures and countries, it's really not that difficult to understand why we need to be more familiar with global languages. It makes our experiences more unique, exciting, and memorable. So, start learning these languages today and experience a more wonderful Asian adventure. Please remember to subscribe to our channel for further video releases. Let us know what you think of this video by commenting below. Thank you for watching.